In today's video, I'll take you through one of the most powerful decision platform which helps making the decisions faster. BDB Platform is a low-code hyper-automation data analytics platform that accelerates data ops and AI ops for enterprises on course to digitization and data monetization. With the release of latest version 7.0, it makes a unique platform with end-to-end integration from data ingestion, transformation, AI/ML to mobility for real-time and batch data. The platform can be deployed on any of the cloud environment like AWS, Azure, Google, etc., or on-premise. All the plugins are built in inside a single platform, which helps in reducing the total cost of ownership and increasing the return on investment. We have around 75 plus customers across the globe and 15 plus SI partners. Few of the customers are shown here, plus there are many more. The platform looks like in a nutshell. It has four pillars. First is the data extraction. There are 60 plus built-in data connectors available for RDBMS, big data, APIs, MQTT for real-time and batch data, etc. Second pillar is the data transformation, which has 65 plus built-in data transformations to unify the data. Third pillar is the data science, using which data scientists can develop AI/ML models and train them. The fourth pillar is the visualization. It has built-in governed dashboard designer, which has 100 plus components using which BI team can develop executive dashboards for CXOs and leadership team. It is also having the self-service reporting capability for business users who can create their reports with drag and drop functionalities on the fly. Both the reports are tablet and mobile compatible. Finally, the whole platform is backed by the event-driven data pipeline to productionize the entire workflows from data ingestion, transformation, AI/ML models, and writing the output or the data to the data lake or the data mart. Talking about the value proposition that BDB platform brings in. Well, to implement end-to-end BI and advanced analytics, you need various plugins like for visualization, Power BI, Tableau, Click, etc. For advanced analytics, you need tools like SAS, Alteryx, etc. And the main challenge comes for data, the data integration and data governance. Data quality, you need tools like Talent and Informatica. Well, the pain points that comes from this are number one, all tools are costly and requires skilled resources for every task. This increases the total cost of ownership. Even the integrations and customization is a challenge that leads to slower implementation cycle. With BDB platform on the other side, all plugins are built in and modular and can be plugged in based on customer requirements. BDB visualization for governed dashboards and self-service BI, BDB data science lab with 60 plus built-in algorithms, the data pipeline and data preparation for data integration and unification. All the plugins are built in seamlessly with competitive pricing, which reduces the overall total cost of ownership. The generic skills required to maintain the platform and for the implementation. Let me take you through the live demo of the platform. This is the home screen of the platform where user can see the reports which has been published or assigned to them. All the reports and dashboards are placed over here. At the right side, you'll be able to see the menu where all the plugins of the platform has been displayed over here. So let me give you the overview about each of the plugins and how it helps to execute different use cases and work all together to deliver very complex use cases. So first is the admin module. So I've just opened all the modules, all the plugins in a separate tab for the ease. So let me go to the admin module. So this is the admin plugin. This is for the administrator to take control of the platform, where the administrator would be able to perform various tasks such as server configuration, authentication, audit trial, performing audit, document management, doing the encryption part, server monitoring, license management, etc. So all these features are built in inside the platform, and the administrator will be able to take full control of them. Next is the user management. Here the administrator will be able to create different user groups, add different users, and assign them row level security, access level security, and assign these things to the user itself. So this is all about the user management. Next is the data center. So data center is the heart of the platform, which has 60 plus built-in data connectors itself. So let me just show you. Yeah, so this is how the data center models look like. So here we are having different set of connectors which are available out of the box, right from your RDBMS to big data environment, flat files, to third-party APIs, CRM systems, social media, etc. So once we make the connection over here, we can go to the next layer, which is called as a data preparation plugin, where we'll be able to do the cleansing and the other requisites with the data itself. So now we'll go to the next module called your data preparation. So data preparation is a module which provides the basic data profiling. So this is having 65 plus built-in data transformations being available, which you can see at the right side. So right from your cluster and edit, regular expression editor, SQL transformations. So these are the advanced set of transformations being available. Apart from this, we are having anonymization also, where you'll be able to mask the data before processing it further. So we'll be having the options like data hashing, data masking, data variance, and various other kind of columnar based kind of transformations, like you can be able to cast two types, delete column, duplicate, fill empty. So there are a lot of things being there. Then conversions, data cleansing, specific transformations, like you can clear the cells on the matching value or delete the rows for a matching value, delete rows with the empty cell. So there are a lot of things which is being available, which you will be able to perform on your data set. So right now what you can see is it's a sample data which has been loaded into a tabular kind of a format. Once you click onto any of the column and you'll be able to go to the profile tab, you'll be able to see the data into a chart kind of a format, where it will be highlighting if there are any anomalies in the data, it will be highlighted over here. So basic data profiling will be able to see from here. And if you wanted to cleanse the data and be able to perform any task, then you'll be able to use the transformations, and what all transformations has been applied to your data set will be available into your steps folder. So how it helps is, so this is a one-time exercise. So what we have to do is, what all transformations which you are applying on your data set will be recorded into the steps folder, and later it can be used and it can be exported all the steps to the data pipeline. So in order to productionize complete workflow, we'll be able to use the data pipeline, and all those steps which have been created in various plugins will be stitched together into the data pipeline itself. Now we'll go to the interesting plugin, so which is your data science lab. So this is the new feature which has been developed in the version 7.0. Data Science Lab or Data Science Notebook is a collaborative workbook for the data science team, using which they can develop, train and productionize AI and ML models. They'll be able to publish models to the data pipeline and also publish the models as an API. So once you click on to any of the projects which you have created, you'll be able to see what all notebooks you have worked upon. You'll be able to push various versions for it. And once you click on to any of the notebook, you'll be able to see the complete details about it. So let me just show you one of the sample one. So once it's loaded, you'll be able to see the complete details of the notebook, what all tasks have been performed. You'll be able to see save model, predict, save artifacts, all the data sets, algorithms which you have been using for that particular exercise will be showcased at the right side. You'll be able to see multiple set of forecast, regression, classifications also being there, and then you'll be able to see the models which you have created over the time, and all the versions has been completely over here. So what is the best version or the matured state which is been there, you'll be able to take from here, plus what all artifacts you'll be using for this exercise. You'll be able to save all those artifacts over here, and also you'll be able to do the find and replacement also. So we'll be talking more in depth in one of the webinar. So the link is there in the description. You'll be able to get more details from here itself. So just to give you a quick recap itself, so we have covered the admin module and the user module, which is specific to the administrator, where they'll be able to do all the admin settings and do the user creation parts in the respective plugins. Then we are having the core plugins of the platform, which we talked about is a data center module where all the connectors, pre-built connectors are being available, which the team would be able to use to connect the data from various sources. In the data preparation workbench, they'll be able to do all the cleansing of the data, where all the anomalies will be resolved in the data set itself, and then we'll be able to use the data science lab in the cleansed data to train in a particular models or a set of models for this data set. And once the model has been trained, now we have to productionize the complete workflow. So we are having a data pipeline in place. So let me just show you the data pipeline. So this is the data pipeline plugin where you can automate the complete process or productionize the complete process itself from here. So which includes, this includes various phases, like from the data ingestion, doing the unification, passing the unified data to the DS models, and write the output back to the data lake or onto the data mart itself. So here also you'll be able to see some more connectors, which is more from your data center itself, like your various kind of readers like S3, SDFS, Cassandra, MongoDB, SFTP, lot of readers being there. Apart from the reader component, we are having ingestion component also, like your Scoop executor, OPC-UA, MQTT. So OPC-UA is for your IoT based sensors protocol. So we'll be able to take various data coming from your IoT based sensors, and OPC-UA is one of the protocol which has been used. So the data, real-time data, can be ingested from these protocols itself. Apart from this, we are having also the API ingestion. Plus for live data, we are also having the WebSocket, where you'll be able to have your WebSocket listener and WebSocket producer for real-time producing the data onto the dashboard itself. Not only that, we are having different set of transformations which is being available. You'll be able to call the transformations which you have done into your data preparation plugin. Plus also you'll be able to utilize the pipeline in order to write your SQL component, Python script also can be written. Plus the various transformations components which has been there in the data preparation plugin can also be utilized into this workbench. And then once you have done all the analysis, you are also having your machine learning model, where you will be able to plug in your data science lab, what all models you have trained into your data science lab. You'll be able to call those models over here, and you'll be able to productionize them. And finally, once all the data processing has been done and you wanted to park your data into your system, so you are having a writer component which you can attach, and you can write the data back to your source system where you want. So either it's S3 or SDFS or ES, or it is your event hub. So everything can be published over here. So this is all about the data crunching and the whole of the data exercise itself. So now once we have the data being available, in order to visualize, so we are having two flavors or two layers for it. So first is your so we are having the dashboard designer for the BI team to design complex governed dashboards for the CXOs and higher management. Then we are also having a self-service reporting, which I'll be showcasing you. So this is the dashboard designer, where we are having different set of components being available over here. So this is having 100 plus charting components which are filtered over here. So like you can see the charts, various kind of charts, grids, filters, advanced charts. In others, you'll be able to find export options, filters, gauges, date picker, etc. And also we are having a custom component where you'll be able to use third-party charting libraries such as D3 itself in order to strengthen the capability of the dashboard designer. So we have given this feature. So how it works is the BI team would be able to create a very complex kind of dashboards using drag and drop itself. So what we can do is we can simply drag and drop any charting component, just click onto it, and then you'll be able to see all the property palettes over here, which can be completely customized as per the user's need itself. And to give you a flavor about the dashboards, how it will look like. So some of the dashboards or the sample dashboards I'm showcasing you here is like this. So you can have your live or batch kind of a data which can be shown through the dashboards itself. So this is one of the dashboard, and this is another dashboard where you'll be able to segregate the data as an overview or the insights itself. You'll be able to see those details. Plus, in case you wanted to give any export options for the users, so we support various kind of export options as well, like your PPT, PDF, Excel. You'll be able to consume those things. So this is all about the governed dashboard. Then, as we talked about, we are also having a self-service reporting capability. So this is for the business users whose needs are getting changed on a daily basis or on a regular basis. So they wanted to create their own set of reports from here. So this is the self-service reporting, which we call is as business story. So how it works is the user having full control on your data. So they will be able to move the chart back and forth itself from here like this. And then if they wanted to add any other KPIs or things to the chart, they can simply click on plus, and they'll be able to see the measures and dimensions being listed over here. So suppose if you wanted to see total cost based on so suppose if you wanted to see total cost for a particular phase itself, you'll be able to click onto it and you'll be able to see phase wise total cost also. And also you can choose the kind of chart which you wanted to best suited for showing or displaying the information. And once you are done with the things, you can simply click onto it and you can save this particular chart itself from here. So at the bottom, the chart will be applicable for you. This one. Not only that, you'll be able to perform global filters also. You'll be able to go with various parameters which has been listed, can go to any depth for it. Maybe in cost plan you wanted to give for some device IDs, you'll be able to select and you'll be able to perform the filters. The complete dashboard will be applied with those set of filters itself, and you can save the state of filters over here. Apart from this, we are also having a search option where the user will be able to rather than dragging and dropping the KPIs, they can simply click onto search and then be able to get all the search suggestions which they have done previously. Plus they'll be able to write their own query itself. So like suppose if I wanted to see the actual cost by the well name, I can simply type my question, or maybe I'll be able to speak onto my mobile device also, where you'll be able to just simply speak and the chart will be populated for you. So that's how the chart will be populated, and what all text I have spoken, it has converted into a mathematical notation, and based on it the chart will be populated, and you'll be able to toggle between multiple set of charts which will be the best representation for your use case, and you'll be able to click add to story, and this particular chart will be available for you itself. There are some new features that has been introduced with the 7.0 version. So first is the data catalog. The second is the data as an API. The third is the model as an API. And finally, the data science lab, which I have already explained in the earlier part of the video. So now let me take you through the data catalog. So what is data catalog? So data catalog is a feature which gives holistic view of the data that the organization owns for the business analysts, data scientists, and the management team. And it also helps the user to have the visibility of the data sources and the available attributes for them to utilize. The data catalog configuration in data center helps the data engineers to get proper description, decide the quality of the attributes, and assign a tag which will be useful while searching and influencing the decisions and results. So let me just take you through the data catalog. So I'm having some thing done for the sensor. So you can see various attributes has been available. So there has been association for your data connectors, attributes, tables. So all the information has been available. So let me take you through the Mongo sensor. So this is the data connector. So once I'll go to this catalog, I'll be able to categorize this information into three aspects. So first is the detail, where I'll be able to see the connected details. So since it will be able to show you the asset type, which is a data connector. In case of a table, it will be, or attribute, it will be able to show you like what is the attribute name and what is the connector type. In this case is the Mongo. And status is basically the data stewardship. and then the owners and all information you'll be able to see, like your data sets, various information you'll be able to see over here. What are the available data sets being here, and what is the present status being there, like work in progress or published. Now we'll go to the Lineage tab. So Lineage tab will define the association of how the connectors is being connected with, which all tables, which all attributes, and how it is being used at dashboard, data as an API, or whatever places the data has been utilized. So let me just go to the connector. So once I click on the connector, I'll be able to see what all data set it has been connected with. So I'll choose in the raw sensor data. So once I click onto it, I'll be able to see what kind of data sets it has and what kind of data store it's being used itself. So I can see these are the columns that are available under the data set, and there is an API also which is being utilized or being used from here. This is a data as an API which has been utilized from here. So once I click onto it, I'll be able to see what all columns are available in this itself. So I'll be able to add more columns onto it if I need. So this data catalog will give you the holistic view of the complete connectors, data sets and attributes, how it's being used and at what layer in the platform the data is being used, so that the informed decision can be taken. So data catalog can help to uncover new opportunities for cross-selling, upselling, targeted promotions, and many more things. Second is the data as an API. So this is one of the strongest feature released in 7.0 version. So what does this data as an API means? How does it going to help my business? Till now, we would have able to communicate and consume the data inside various plugins of the BDB platform. But what to do when I need this data outside the BDB platform? So for example, an enterprise customer is having their own application, or maybe some external dashboarding application itself. So how is going to take this data? Like if you wanted to connect to any external dashboarding tool like Tableau or Power BI, we have option. So how it works is, so we are having the data center module where we are having the option to publish the data as an API. So let me just go to the data set. So you go to the data center, click the data set, and you'll get the option to publish the data as an API. So now how to expose this outside to the platform? So we have option in the admin module. Let me just go to the admin module. So once we go to the admin module, there is an option called API client registration. So with the API client registration, you'll be able to get the option to select the kind of configuration which you want. So you are having both internal and external configuration. So internal configuration is something where BDB will be doing and providing the client ID and the secrets for connecting to this data as an API. So in case the customer is having their external API management systems like Kong layer or any API layer itself, which has been integrated already. So in that scenario, we will be using the external configuration. So the authentication will be happening on their side and the authorization will take place inside the platform itself. So let me just show you all the details which has been there once you are publishing this as an API. So you can select, as I said, whether it's an external or external one, and then you'll be able to put the client name, the email, the app name, what is the request per hour you are going to process, and what is the per day request which you'll be going to process for that. Then you can give the service name, and then you are having the client ID and the client secret key which can be copied and can be used further. Apart from this, we are having the open doc link. So this is the Swagger documentation which is available for the end user to understand. Apart from this, the data as an API, we have both the options, the get and post calls which we are supporting in the data as an API. So this gives the information about how we are able to connect the data externally. The next feature is the model as an API. So what is model as an API? So I'll just give you a brief example for that. Suppose you have built a very interesting machine learning model that can predict if a particular transaction is fraud or not, let's say. And now one of your friend who has developed an application suppose on Android for a general banking and wanted to integrate your machine learning model inside their application. You have coded it on Python. On the other hand, your friend has developed this application on Java. So, won't it be possible to use your machine learning model inside your friend's application itself? So, with a BDB platform, you can easily turn your models into APIs and use it for downstream applications. So, let me show you how model as an API can be created from the platform itself. So, right now I'm in my data science lab where various models has been trained. So let me just take one of the model and try to publish this as an API. So there is a 2 steps process for it. First, you have to publish the model into the pipeline, and once it is done, then you'll be able to publish the model as an API. So let me just show you. So I'm just going to the, and here I'm having an anomaly model. So once it loads, yeah, at the right side I can see the versions of already published and non-published set of models. So let me show you how a model will be published into the pipeline. So I'll go to the unpublished models, and I have chosen this model underscore 01 .pkl. So I'll go here and I'll just click publish. And now this model will be published into the pipeline. So I'll just go back. And I'll not go to the dataset and utility tab. I'll go to the model tab to show you it's been published there, and now you'll be able to get the list from here. So this is the model underscore 01 underscore v2.pkl, which has been just now published. And I'm having both the options. One is to remove from the pipeline, and now we can publish this model as an API. So once I click onto this icon, so I'll be prompted with these set of informations like your minimum instance, what is the number of the maximum instances, the environment, what is the resource allocation, the image version, what is the CPU limit you wanted to keep, the memory, the CPU request, and the memory for all those things you'll be able to get from here. And once you've finished all these details, the model will be published as an API. So now your model has been published as an API, and now how to consume it. So we are having the option inside our admin tab. Let me just go there. And once I'll go to the API client registration. So let me just click on edit the existing one. And here you'll be able to see all the details like your internal registration, configuration as internal. You'll be able to put the names, the client details, and all the other details, and then you'll be having your client ID and the client secret key. Thank you. Please go through the description for detailed videos and webinars where we have explained various features and modules in detail. And do contact us at rajat.gupta@bdb.ai.